Hi, it's Thomas Cook from Toronto's real estate team at RE/MAX, and here's our April 2013 Toronto real estate market report. We've got a distinct disparity going on between the single-family home market and the high-rise condo market throughout the GTA, with each market behaving completely differently at this time. So, let's review some of the Toronto Real Estate Board statistics and see what this is all about. April MLS sales totaled 9,811 houses and condominiums in all the districts. This sales number was 13% above the average for the month over the last 12 years and down a slight 5.2% from 1 year ago. Condo townhouses and high-rise suites had a 28.3% share of the market, with 2,777 units changing hands. The April average sale price for all homes came in at $526,335, up 1.7% from 2012. East of Yonge and south of Bloor in the CO8 downtown Treb district, the condo sales price average was $415,000, while west of Yonge in CO1, the average was $421,000. And I'll give you some more condo market details in just a few minutes. In this Toronto Real Estate Board Q1 sales graph, by looking at the red horizontal line, we see that total first quarter 2013 sales are lower than just over half of the previous 12 years. This really shows that we're having an average year, not record-breaking like 2012, and nothing to worry about. The sky is definitely not falling. If you look at the black horizontal line across from the top of the 2013 Q1 high-rise sales bar, you can see that condo sales this first quarter were equal to or higher than 10 of the last 13 years. Not too shabby for a market that the press says is crashing and burning. The active listing inventory is one of the strongest indicators of how smooth or outrageous the market's going to be. We have a level inventory for the month of April compared to historical numbers, although we're up 13.5% from last year at this time. The sales to listings or percent chance of selling ratio is how we determine what type of market we're actually in. 24 to 28% is a neutral market, below 24 is a buyer's market, and above 28% is a seller's market. In April, that ratio finished at 47%, down 9% from last year's craziness, but higher than many years since 2000. We're now in a busy seller market territory. While the overall days on market Treb average dropped to 23, the numbers for downtown condos east and west of Yonge were about 30 days. Detached Toronto homes were selling in 23 days on average, and more affordable semis were moving in 17 days. Both of these days on market times were slower than in March. As you can see from the graph, the April average home price was again up from 1 year ago. This continues the trend that we've seen for the past 16 months in Toronto and the GTA. I expect that this will continue because of the shortage of new and resale single-family homes coming on the market in our area. Downtown condo sales did well in April, with fractionally lower sales in CO1 and a modest 6% drop in CO8 compared to 2012. However, if you look at the years prior to 2012, we were about average for the month. Beating press predictions, condo average sale prices were lower by about 1% in CO1 and up by 4% in CO8 compared to 2012. Listings were up 20% in CO1 and up 15% in CO8 from April 2012. We also saw the ratio of sales to listings in CO1 edge upward again to 28%, almost into seller market territory for the first time in several months, while CO8 east of Yonge was at 38%, which is in moderate seller market territory. These stats are almost all positive and completely contrary to what the media has been predicting for the downtown condo market. To be fair, they should be considering the market over a broader range of time, instead of just referring back to the record market activity we had in the spring of 2012. One statistic that's good for buyers, but not so good for sellers, is the months of inventory number for high-rise condos. That MOI number is now at 4.3, which is at the highest level we've seen in the past decade. For low-rise single-family homes, on the other hand, that MOI number is 2.4, which is very low historically. These numbers highlight the lack of single-family homes on the market and explain why their prices have continued to climb while condo prices remain fairly static. So, how do you decide if this may be the right time for you to step into the market? The best first step is to go on a market experience tour of condo or house neighborhoods with one of our team members. What a tour is not intended to do is to find you your dream home. What it is intended to do is to give you a clearer idea of what's available on the market in your favorite parts of the city and in your price range. Once you've had your tour, you'll be better able to set up a home buying plan and make a smart decision as to whether now is the right time for you to consider moving towards home ownership. You can sign up for your condo tour at dailydowntowncondotours.com. That's dailydowntowncondotours.com. And a tour of houses at dailytorontohometours.com. That's dailytorontohometours.com. All the best, and check back here in early June for our May Toronto Real Estate Market Report.